And good morning. This is MIZ-STL. I'm Grant Salzman. I'm joined by Brendan Schaefer. Brendan, this is NFL Films Victory Classic Balzer theme. Thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, we'll go with it for today.
Well, we have a name change going on, Brendan, and we were MIZ-ZOU. We have now changed to MIZ-STL.
And it feels appropriate.
But our the imaging is not quite caught up with that yet. So
details.
So we don't want to be playing the old one, so I found that. I thought that's
perfect.
You know, it got us in the mood. Brendan, how are we this morning?
You know what? We are feeling complicated about life, but maybe talking about things for the next hour can help me digest what we saw last night with the Tigers taking down Central Arkansas 61-6. You know what? 61-6 should feel good, just about no matter which way you slice it. And yet we have some things from that game that we're feeling a little bit uneasy about today.
Yeah, I think things outside of the game, obviously, too, were tough to take in. But we will focus on. Oh my
gosh, of course.
We'll talk. We can maybe say some things about that at the end of the show. But let's try to keep it a little positive so far. 61-6 on the field. We saw two pretty tough injuries. A Sam Horn shot to the leg, and Brendan, not to speculate, this is with a little bit of speculation and a little bit of information. I think that it's pretty serious for Sam Horn.
Yeah, when you look at the brace that he was wearing, someone had an image of him in the tunnel with that big black brace
on crutches.
Looks like it. Yeah, on crutches. That keeps everything immobilized, basically. I mean, he took a huge shot to the knee. The video of it, you were maybe a little bit obscured from seeing the direct hit, at least in the angle that I saw. But you can surmise that it was a pretty tough hit, and that is one of the two unfathomable injuries that happened last night, because Blake Craig as well going down with an injury that we don't know the severity on, but have a pretty good idea that it sounds not great.
Craig's did not look as bad, but it looked like he could have got his ankle or something rolled up on. I think you hope with Craig.
With Craig, was this was he trying to tackle the guy on kickoff?
Trying to make a tackle on the sideline.
Oh, okay. So both injuries bother me because of the way that they happened, because they both feel unnecessary. The Blake Craig one is so much worse. You cannot be tackling someone in a 33-0 game against an FCS foe. Blake, you are the leg, my brother. Craig, the leg. He hit from 55.
There should be no reason he's on the football field. I mean, he should kick the ball. He should kick the ball and run to the sideline.
Go get a juice box. I mean, I'm not.
I understand it, but I don't want to say this is on coaching or special teams, because it's not. But you gotta drive that in his head in that situation. Let's kick. Let's run to the sideline. If they take it to the house, that's fine. You are more important than 6 points in this game right now. Now, if down the road against Alabama, maybe Mizzou's up a possession or down a possession, yes. If you're saving a touchdown, that is very important. But in this situation, it is not important at all.
And I think, to be fair to the coaching staff, I don't think you can coach that way. I don't think you can say,
no.
It's very easy to armchair quarterback this on the radio the next day and say, well, if they had only done X, Y, Z, Blake Craig would be injured right now.
I agree. I agree with you.
But at the same time, it does feel maddening because of the circumstances. It just isn't worth it.
No.
And in a 33-0 game, if that's a situation that you can be put into, then I do have to question, why was he even still in the game?
Yeah.
But it is one of those things that it's easier to talk about after and say, oh, should have done this, than in the moment with everything that's going on in a game. It's football. At the end of the day, we do have to realize that it's football and injuries are going to happen.
It's a contact sport.
It's a contact sport, but it shouldn't be when you're the kicker. My philosophy, especially in this type of environment, but even maybe against the Alabamas of the world, you might just have to say your role is to kick, and you're too important with your role. And if we give up a touchdown on a kick because you didn't feel you could or should try to make the tackle, it's really going to be on the other 10 guys, or it's on you for kicking it so poorly.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case. it's just so frustrating because he was going to be such a weapon. And now I know you said it didn't look that bad. There's some rumors out there about how bad it is, and I am concerned about it.
I agree with you.
Hopefully the freshman, whose name escapes me, Meyer, he was a touted, kicking prospect himself. He did kind of pop the champagne after making a PAT last night, but that was his first one. So
I felt too.
I'm not gonna read into that and say that means he doesn't have much confidence in his own abilities, but he's gonna have to grow up quick in this league if he's the kicker, because and look, I think it's gonna have to change strategy.
Yes,
if it's not Blake Craig, because Drink could know, are we 55 and in? All right, send Craig out there and it's probably 3 points. I mean, Craig looked like he was ready to roll last night with 2 early field goals from distance. That's what he did in the bowl game last year against Iowa. So that's frustrating. Maybe it changes your strategy on 4th and short and things you do. There's a lot of good news to be taken from last night, Grant, and we'll talk about Bo Papilla. But let's talk about the Sam Horn thing. What are your thoughts on that? Because that sucks, dude. That's my first reaction.
I agree. Can I make one more comment about Craig? It's so valuable, like you said, not even from the 55. This say from 45 in. Yeah, we're pretty confident he's going to make that. 50 in, you're pretty confident. In college football, if you can be confident from 40 to 50 from your kicker, that is a huge asset. Now with this new kid, whose name is also escaping me, what you're hoping
for? Meyer.
Meyer. You're hoping 40 and in he's consistent from?
Yeah, Robert Meyer.
I mean, kickers aren't very good in college already, and then now you're going to a backup kicker. It's just a big problem.
And, to be fair, last year, you did not get consistency from Blake Craig. He actually missed just about every kick he attempted from, between 40 and 49.
At the end of the year, you did.
50, no, overall. I mean, look at the numbers. Between 40 and 49, he was tough. He was tough from that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Which is that's inexplicable, though. He was going to be better. He was just going to be. And now I don't know if they're going to have. Yeah, Robert Meyer, Brody chiming in with us. I mean, kids on Instagram making some long kicks. So, look, I think he'll be fine for a freshman kicker, but you have to probably temper expectations to go, we can run Robert Meyer out there from 55 and feel like it's going to be the same result as Craig. But the Sam Horn,
let's go to Horn.
We've been waiting to see Sam Horn, and I was a little bit irritated that it gets reported he's going to only play the second half, and then Drink confirms it on Tiger Talk that he's only going to play the second half. And there he is, in the third drive of the game, getting his knee blown out by
Dude Person
or whatever it was.
By Dude Person,
which is apparently a real name.
Yes, I tweeted it.
Oh, I saw your tweet, but I had zero service in the Tiger deck of Memorial Stadium, up second row from the top of the building. But I heard Randy Molman, the PA announcer, say Dude Person with the tackle once, and I thought, did he just say Dude Person? And I couldn't Google it because it was like I was on an island up there. But then later on, I was like, he did say Dude Person.
Yep.
And Dude Person tore up Sam Horn's freaking knee is my fear.
And DraftKings retweeted my tweet, which maybe is a good sign for what's to come here in our show.
Off for that?
What?
Did you pop off for that?
Well,
the tweet, did it get some love?
So the tweet only has 1,000 views, but they did the whole screenshot thing. And it's not actually my tweet getting, so I don't know how they found it. Maybe they looked up Dude Person, but
they Twitter searched Dude Person to see if anybody.
Yeah, Brody, it was on my Instagram. So they tweeted on the Instagram.
You're a little PO'd though about it though. I saw you tweeted at DraftKings going, "Hey, wait a second."
Yeah, this is my tweet. I saw someone else use it too, and they got 50,000 views, and they used
the game, baby.
Yeah, it's okay.
You got to get
it was me first.
Up. You're at 543 followers.
Oh, whoa!
_Salzman.
Yeah, thank you. Go follow me.
Sam Horn. Talk about Sam Horn.
So I thought it was very. So my first reaction was, I was on the sideline, and it was one of those I couldn't tell who it was, and then I go, and they're jogging off, and Kylie Hansen goes, "Oh no," and I go, "Oh my God, that's Bo," and I was like, "There's no way." I was like, "Oh no," and then they stand up. I go, "Oh my God, that's Sam Horn." Like what?
Sam
what?
Horn with the carry, I heard, and I said, "What?"
There was all this talk about how fast Horn looked in practices and stuff. So maybe they thought, heck,
so stupid.
Perbula's going to be our starter. He's going to run the ball a lot, but we can get Horn in to take some hits off Perbula, and he gets hit in the knee. And I I mean, what? So it's last spring he blows out his arm, misses all of last football season. He's a redshirt junior, so this is his 4th year part of the program.
Something like that.
First 2 years he was a redshirt and then a redshirt freshman. Really had I will say his 2nd year he was in a competition with Cook, never had a chance to win it, was the backup. And then last year he misses all of the season because he blew out his arm. And now this year it appears that he could miss all of this season because of a knee injury.
May be done at Missouri. He might be done. I mean, it's just just like the Blake Craig thing. It's going to be easy to second guess and say, "Oh, what are they doing?"
I thought it was weird
running that. Of course, it's weird, but it's weird because of the result. If Sam Horn, and it's like, I get it. He's capable. He's an athlete too. Part of me feels like it's like doing too much. We're doing too much because Bo Perbula is this great athlete who can run, and everybody's talking about how he can run. And so the coaching staff wants to show, hey, guess who can run too? It's Sam Horn. You didn't have to. I'm not saying, oh my gosh, Drink and Kirby got Sam Horn killed. Like, I'm not saying that, but they didn't have to do this.
No.
And the other part of it that's weird to me, and maybe they just, again, Drink likes to have these little things where he can take people by surprise. It didn't serve a purpose other than to fire up the team. Like, and there's value in that. Don't get me wrong. But against the FCS, against Central Arkansas, for the team to see Sam Horn run for 8 yards and come back to the sideline, that was going to be his only play, by the way, in the first half, is my belief. Because Drink in the post game talking about it said, we knew that package was going to be used relatively early in the game. It's, I believe, similar to how they got Zollers on the field for one play in the first half.
That was not that. That was because Perbula's helmet came off. When they ran that fake pitch play and Perbula got lit up and it looked like he didn't get it. Then they came out and measured and he did get it. It's because you might not have been able to see it because there was
I was a mile away.
There was people surrounding him, but Perbula's helmet flew off.
So legally he's got to come out.
So Zollers came in, handed the ball off, jogged off the field. Yeah.
Good job on that, Grant, because I did not know that or realize
so
that.
That was not a package. I'm assuming the plan was never to play Matt Zollers in this game.
I think you're right. And then I think at halftime, Drink had to tell him, hey, I mean, clearly you're going to get some time in this game because we're not going to leave Bo in the entire game.
I want to continue this.
Matt Zollers looked good, by the way, but good. So what do you got?
Yeah, no, I'm curious. I want to talk about Zollers. I want to talk about Bo, but like, what is this with Horn? If you had to go big picture, because I think I would be surprised if he ever plays football again. I think he's baseball only. Does he stay at Mizzou for another year for baseball next spring?
No, because he's signed. He's signed already. He's a Dodger.
He's a Dodger, but who knows when he's going to be able to throw again? Next fall, next summer?
Once you sign, though, in a sport, you can't then play it in college.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Rules-wise, he's done.
So if he wanted to, though, he could play football next fall.
If the Dodgers were like, sure, wait another year to report to us, and then I guess that would be fine. It would be weird, though. I think he's done, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's like it's an MCL sprain, 4 weeks, but it didn't look good.
I mean, Bo solidified himself.
Well, he did, and he was going to anyway. Grant,
yes, I agree with you.
What should have happened is Sam Horn plays a good second half, throwing the football, not putting his knee right in front of dude person's helmet, and he plays well. So we can have confidence that, hey, man, Bo plays a hard-nosed game. If something happens to him, Sam is going to come in and be great.
Yes.
This is going to be a good thing. But what happened was they felt, everybody thinks Bo can run the ball. Well, we're going to show you how good Sam is at running the ball. We believe you.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
No,
it wasn't worth it.
He
couldn't have known he would get hurt, but risk mitigation.
I agree with you.
Preference.
Yeah. Now I want to talk about their performance, but one more thing, if we're just going to go, let's say Horn's out for the season, if we're speculating that he is. So then you go Bo, who plays a hard-nosed style of football. Like you said, I think we all would have been happy if, okay, good. A deep breath. Horn, he played well enough. He can throw the ball. He'll come in when Bo probably is going to be banged up for a quarter or a half. At some point in this season, it's most likely going to happen. Now I'm thinking, okay, Matt Zollers already has one game played for his red shirt. He gets 4. what's to say that Bo doesn't have another situation where his helmet flies off or where he's banged up for a quarter? No, I'm just saying.
I'll answer it. I don't care about the red shirt. That's irrelevant.
Okay.
It couldn't matter less in 2025 college football.
I agree.
Because the guy that's a quarterback is going to transfer anyway if he's not the starter.
Or hopefully he's good enough to where he'll be declaring for the NFL after his junior year.
That as well.
Or his redshirt junior year.
If I'm Matt Zollers and I play 5 games this year in limited duty and I come back next year in a competition with
Bo,
you know what I mean? He'll transfer or he won't if he's not the starter. Those are the two options.
Yeah.
And trying to game the system of make sure he keeps his red shirt couldn't matter any less. No time in human history does the red shirt matter less than it does now.
I agree with that.
William Swinneri, he went. They kept the red shirt for the Kwan Lacey. How'd that work out for him?
Yeah.
He's at Ole Miss. Like, it just doesn't matter.
I'll just be curious if it switches any strategy of like, oh, we're beating Louisiana by 35. Let's put in third string quarterback instead of Zollers to hand the ball off 4 times.
It can't. And frankly, one thing, I think Louisiana is going to be a 1-possession game. That's going to be the trap game of the season.
Okay, what about UMass?
UMass is a better example. You better play Zollers in that game because you need him to get experience for when Bo is out for a half. I mean, Zollers can play.
Yeah.
All right. But the more experience you can get him, the better for when you need him to play because it's Bo and Zollers now.
Yeah.
Which is another reason that it is just insane that they approached it the way that they did with Sam Horn. But again, it's not one of those, you got to play your game. If it had been Bo Pribula, would I be saying it's insane that they let him run? No, because that's the game. And that's the offense.
Let's talk about him.
Can do that too, but it is what it is. Yeah, let's talk about it because that's what, in a perfect world, Blake Craig doesn't try to tackle somebody in a 33-0 game. Sam Horn doesn't get his knee blown up by Dude Person. And we're just talking about how unbelievable Bo Pribula is. Told you so, told you so, told you so.
23-28, 283 yards, 2 touchdowns, 10 carries, 65 yards, 2 touchdowns. Pretty good.
Yeah, he's him. Now,
pretty
granted,
good.
It's Central Arkansas.
Yes.
But were you surprised by one single thing you saw Bo last night? I wasn't.
No.
That's what I knew he'd do.
And he made a throw to Kevin Coleman after I think it was on the second drive. He hit obviously Marquise Johnson for a touchdown, but right before that, he kind of overthrew a ball with Johnson open again, and then
just a little bit.
Yeah, and he made a throw to Kevin Coleman that kind of calmed all my nerves because I'm not gonna. I mean, that first touchdown to Marquise Johnson, I think I probably could have thrown that for a touchdown. Like
speedy run fast. That's the play.
If you throw that ball in a 20-yard radius, Marquise Johnson was so wide open he would have caught it.
Marquise Johnson is going to have a massive year,
yes.
by the way.
Yes.
He is not just that guy that can run fast and Bo can throw it to those mountains over there.
Yes.
Like he is a multifaceted receiver. But yeah.
But so then I think it was like a crossing post route. It was almost like it was a skinny post is how I would describe it to Kevin Coleman. And Bo and I had the angle of it, and Bo just made that throw. And it was like one of those, he put it in a tight window right on the money. And I was like, oh. Like, here we go. And yes, he did loft the throw or two later in the game, and he missed Marquise Johnson for a big touchdown, which in Central Arkansas, in isolation, it doesn't matter. Obviously, when you play better teams and maybe you only get one Marquise Johnson breakaway, you have to hit the throw. I'm confident he will. But, Brennan, I was most impressed with his intermediate to short passing because it was right on the money. Like spot routes to Coleman. Kind of the feel routes. He's either going to break at 8, he's going to break at 6. Boom, hits him right in the numbers as soon as he turns. Coleman turns upfield, gets 4 or 5 extra yards. Like it was just very cohesive. It was very timing. Like I was impressed by it all.
You're going to need that because we'll talk about, if there is a downside to last night, it's the offensive line, at least how they played early. And
when Pribula got sacked, that was pretty bad from Green. He got lit up.
There were 2 hits that he took that it was a free rusher.
Yeah.
And I know one had to have been Caden Green. I cannot recall who the other was really kind of the responsibility of. And we may not know for sure. Like, okay, in this scheme,
it's hard.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. And by the way, some of that could be on Bo. Does he need to call something out that, as the quarterback that he should be seeing? But it's his first start, and I think they, to their credit, Grant, they did kind of dial that in as the game went along, and you didn't see more of that. But when it happened a couple of times within like a 5-minute span of real life, I was like, this could be a long year. growing pains and hopefully nothing more. But yes, Bo, short passing game, the legs. I mean, the 31-yard touchdown is what you're not going to do. It reminded me of Luther Burden against when he had a touchdown return on a kickoff last year. It was like
South Dakota 2 years ago against South Dakota.
2 years ago. And I was like, oh, this guy's like playing a video game.
Abilene Christian. It was his first ever game at Mizzou.
That's the one.
Yes,
yeah, as a
his first game at Mizzou.
Like, this guy's different, but also you consider who they're playing against. That's what I had to realize. But on that play, Perdula gets a first down when they're playing Oklahoma. It's not a touchdown, but it's still a first down. Like,
Brendan,
he is special.
That play from the press box was, like when you're in the press box, you can see everything. It was so unbelievable. And you probably, like, up in the Tiger deck, you probably had a pretty good view of it too. It was so unbelievable, just his pocket awareness. And in the press conference, he was kind of like, I had to make a few guys miss, decided I was going to throw it. Then from there, it was run as fast as I can, and it worked out. Like, he very well spoken in the press conference as well. So he had 10 carries, which in college football, a sack is considered a carry. So we'll go 9 carries for, it probably would have been about 70 yards if you don't get the -5 from the sack. About 3 of those were scrambles. Were you surprised with how many designed runs he had against Central Arkansas? I said it would be 3 max. They end up going about 6. I was just surprised how often they put him in harm's way against a game like Central Arkansas.
I'm okay with it. I mean, look, again, I'm not going to use the Sam Horn thing as a reason to say you can't let Bo be Bo. You have to play your game. To your point, like, they were winning this game regardless. Could you have taken fewer risks? Sure. Does Drink probably wish they had?
Yes.
If he says no, he's lying, because he wishes he had Sam Horn on his football team, because that would really help his football team. It is what it is, though. You move on. Like, the season's not over because of something horrific that happened on the first play of Sam Horn's season.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. I don't like didn't they do like a tush push down near the goal? That
they
probably
did.
I don't need. You could
probably not then. Probably not. Probably not against Central Arkansas.
Yeah, I put DeForest Jones in if you're worried, and just see if he could score the touchdown. Marquise Davis, like, if you're really, I get it, but
Bo is a little bit of a tinier guy than I thought he was. I would love if they implemented a Brett Norfleet tush push, like what the Ravens do with Mark Andrews. Bring him out under.
Oh, right.
I saw Brett Norfleet. I think it was the first time I saw him in person, like up close. He is huge. He is ginormous. He also has injury issues. So
that was what I was going to say.
What about
took a shot over the middle yesterday, and I'm like, this guy needs to get through the season healthy.
What about Jordan Harris? Jordan Harris, QB sneak. He's a big guy. He's a big blocking tight end.
What can he get low? Honestly, Ahmad Hardy is probably what with the ball in his hands in that range most of the time.
Now
but generally, to your question, I'm not too worried about Bo getting a few more design runs. That's going to be his game, especially as we kind of settle into what the offensive line is. They have to play to their strengths. Short passes, get him into space, get Ahmad Hardy into space, and keep moving the chains.
And also, if with a little bit of a O-line with question marks, it's a great time to have a mobile quarterback. Even if he has a free rusher, he can make a move, maybe get 5 yards, make a play. Let's talk about Ahmad Hardy. 10 carries, 100 yards. That was just drop in the bucket, Brendan, of what I think we're going to see. And it was obvious that they weren't going to make him the workhorse in this game. I like that Roberts got 8 carries, Davis got 5, Jones got 3, and I was also impressed with the help. But sorry, go, Brendan.
No, I think Ahmad Hardy is exactly what we thought he was going to be. There were a couple times where he almost broke the big one.
He almost broke a 99-yarder.
Yeah. I was like, I was up there going, school record, because I'm assuming that we've probably never had a 99-yarder. I don't know. I think probably not a run play if we did, but like and then there was the one where he was kind of streaking down the left sideline, crosses midfield, and then reverses to the right. And that was, I think, ended up being his biggest one of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, if he kept the football in his left hand and tried to stiff arm with the right, could he have taken the left sideline all the way? Maybe. But I also think he was very smart about the way he was tackled. Like, he goes, if I'm going to get tackled, I'm going to do it in a way that I can brace and be not get hip dropped or not get. So I actually, especially in this game, I was like, it's okay that he reversed that and kept his body in a good spot to not get surprised by a hip drop tackle or something. So I love him. He's going to be exactly what I thought he was going to be. And I like that he racked up 100 yards. I didn't think he would necessarily get more than the 10 carries he got. So the fact that he had a couple long runs allowed for him to have a good day.
Yeah, and I think too, he's not quite like the speedster. Like he's not gonna break away on those 99-yard runs, but he's gonna punish you for every carry and get 5-6 yards. Then all of a sudden he's gonna break one through the hole for 40-50.
For 30.
Like that's the style of runner. It's not quite. It's a little different than the Schrader style that was hit the hole and go.
It's not that different though.
No, it's not that go. But
Schrader didn't have that breakaway speed. You remember the game against Georgia?
That's
the
true.
Year before his breakout, I'll say he got tackled at the 2.
I'll say his senior year though, I think he was a little quicker than Hardy.
He was,
but Hardy I think is
interesting.
Okay, maybe the better overall running back so far. I don't know. It's tough.
I think that there is a lot of potential for that to be the case. Look, my bold prediction was that he would break Schrader's record, but not have as many yards per game, which means he was going to the playoff basically. So I feel pretty good about that after night 1.
I agree with you. Yeah. And then Jamal Roberts got 8 carries, 33 yards. He will be a serviceable backup. Marquise Davis
for sure.
5 for 10. He'll be fine. He had a touchdown. Receivers, a lot of players getting involved. Marquise Johnson 5 for 134, a tutty. Joshua Manning had 4 for 53. All came almost on the same drive. Kevin Coleman, I think, is what we thought. He will be 6 for 48, but he'll be that reception guy, get 4 or 5 yards, see if you can't make something big happen underneath, kind of that security blanket. Jude James had that long touchdown, 40-yard reception, his only catch. Then Donovan Alugbode, I think.
Alugbade.
Alugbade.
Yeah, the G, you almost throw the G.
Alugbade. Yes, it is Alugbade.
Is how Randy Molman said it anyway in the PA.
4 catches for 37 yards. Got some running with the ones. I was happy to see that.
He's a future NFL receiver.
Yes.
He's going to be so very good.
Mm-hmm.
He'll play probably a little more sparingly this year because, like, again, that giant drive where they just kept going no huddle and the defense, they couldn't, the connection was just there and they couldn't stop Josh Manning. So he's going to have a good year. They've got 4 legitimate receivers that I feel like are going to be able to contribute.
Yeah.
Hold up on the O-line, and we're going to have some fun with this passing game.
I think so, too. So anything else you want to say about this Mizzou game until we take a break? Come back, maybe just a little bit bigger picture.
Yeah, just real quick, I want to just touch on the fact that the defense was exactly kind of what I thought they would be last night. Drink said at halftime he kind of pushed them to get in the backfield. When they got their first sack of the game pretty late, I was going, oh, that is the first sack. That's kind of weird. But then they're able to get, turn the ball over and the heck of an interception and take it all the way back.
That was awesome.
By the freshman linebacker. That was a sick play.
That's
what the defense can be. That McClellan, I think.
Dante McClellan,
dude had some wheels too. Like for a linebacker, that was he flew off that.
Outran that quarterback too. Tried to lay a hit on him and he stayed on his feet. That was awesome.
There was a lot of freshmen that came in and contributed, which I think is important to, as you think about long term for a program. Like you need those guys to have moments like that to look back on and say, like, I played some college football. I made a hit. I got an interception. Like I did something.
Yeah.
And now I'm hungry for the next opportunity. I thought that was really nice from last night.
I agree with you. And then Damon Wilson, I mean, that second sack, he jumped it so well. Sometimes when I'm watching like TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, I see those, like when you think of like edge rushers, the best in the NFL, sometimes they get called for offsides, even though they're not offsides. They timed it too well that an official throws the flag. That's what Damon Wilson did on his second sack. He jumped so well. I don't even think the right tackle touched him. I think the quarterback caught the ball, I don't even think he finished his drop back, and he was getting hit by Damon Wilson, just screamed off the edge. I asked him about it. He said he didn't want to give his secrets to how he timed it, but I was really, really impressed with Damon Wilson and Josiah Trotter, 2 of the new guys that really are supposed to be big on this defense. We didn't get to see a lot of Jalen Catalon just because there wasn't really the team couldn't really throw the football, it was,
it was a well-rounded game, though, from that defense, for sure.
I agree with you. Now, let's go to a quick break, come back. We're going to give our 5 favorite bets for this next week, and we're going to pick every single SEC game. This is MIZ-STL on the Loot Information Station. Brendan Schaefer, Grant Tolson. We're going to give you a little gambling side of college football to enjoy your weekend with. That's up next here on the Loot Information Station.
A legendary weekend
once, they start playing each other. There won't be as many
They're all
games.
single games now.
But let's talk about them. I'll roll through them, especially some of the lesser ones we'll pick. But let's give our picks. Starting tonight, Baylor against Auburn. I really like the Baylor Bears here, Brendan. I like them a lot.
The spread, though.
It's
call these out. You got to give us the spread right out the front, or I'm on the screen.
Baylor +2.
Thank you. Go for it, Baylor.
I like the Baylor Bears.
Auburn?
I like the Baylor Bears a lot. I don't know why, but I think I'm all in on Auburn being just mediocre and Baylor being, I think, a little undervalued. They're at home. I like Baylor.
Yeah, me too. I think Jackson Arnold stinks.
Yes.
And he's going to show us that tonight. That's my short answer. Like we've seen him struggle with ball control. On the road last year with Oklahoma, he didn't win a single road game and didn't play very well in really any of them.
Yeah.
He had 3 road starts and it was 0-3. And only the Mizzou game was close. And we remember that it was his fumble that cost OU the game.
Oh, so I'm aware of that. Yeah.
I'm not confident that he can go in and win at Baylor.
Okay. I'm saving the big game, Texas, Ohio State, for last. We'll roll a little quicker. Syracuse, Tennessee. I don't think Syracuse is very good. Tennessee -13.5.
The spread.
I'm getting there.
I'm gonna fight you. Just say it at the beginning.
Tennessee, Syracuse -13.5. Tennessee.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take the Vols. I don't think Syracuse is very good. I don't know what Tennessee is, but they're at home. I just think Syracuse is bad this year.
I'm gonna pick the Syracuse Orange, getting the 13.5 just because I think it would be very funny if it happened that way. Like if this could be a storyline that, Tennessee really struggled, didn't know their quarterback situation. If they struggle with Syracuse, it would be very funny. I don't really think in my heart of hearts that it happens, but I'm picking it that way because I think it would be the most hysterical outcome if like Vols fans are like freaking out after beating Syracuse by 3.
Now, here's one that I have upset alert on. Southern Miss +13 at home. State Bulldogs. Give me Southern Miss and give me Southern Miss money line as well.
Whoa.
I think Mississippi State is terrible. This is a big rivalry game. They haven't played in a while. At home for Southern Miss, that place is going to be absolutely electric. I think you could kind of see something like Vandy losing to Georgia State last year.
Yeah,
I think
on the road. I'm
going to go Southern Miss +13. I feel really good about it.
I am going to take the other side and take the Bulldogs. I think Blake Shapen is who was supposed to play quarterback last year for the Bulldogs and got hurt early, and so they had to go the whole season with a backup. It contributed to how bad they were. Mississippi State has to win and win big to feel like they can find any momentum for their season.
Yeah.
I think your read might be correct, but I'm also going, what if this is just what it is? It's like Mizzou going to UMass last year. That's what it should be. The rivalry aspect, like in the same state, could make it tricky, but this is an SEC program. I'm gonna say that Mississippi State actually wins this one pretty big.
Brody's saying he's got Southern Miss to cover, but Mississippi State to win the game. Yeah. Up next, we have Kentucky -10. He's very bad. I think Toledo's one of the better teams in the MAC. I think this is where I'll go. Kentucky finds a way, but Toledo covers on the road in Lexington. +10.
SEC homer. I'm staying SEC homer because this is where I might be. I mean, you and me this is our third different pick of the first 4.
Yeah.
Give me Kentucky. Again, it just feels like these SEC teams, yes, Kentucky and Mississippi State are bad relative to the SEC, but they're still in the SEC. So I'm going to go homer on that pick as well. Kentucky -10 at home. Now
I'm making an executive decision. The SEC teams like Vandy, Florida, Arkansas, and Oklahoma were playing FCS schools. We're going to waive those picks.
We can be eligible though to pick them in our favorite picks of the week.
Yes,
if we want to.
You can be eligible
for that.
If you really like any of these SEC, I will let us pick them in the picks of the week as well. Okay. Any of these SEC games.
Okay.
No limits.
So you can basically say I'm going to play 2 units on a game. If we already picked it as SEC, you can double down. You're saying.
I like that. Yes.
Okay.
But
let's go.
We're not picking FBS, FCS. Not enough time for that.
That's fine.
Bama Florida State. Florida State is getting 14 points.
Holy
I
crap.
find this, it feels like a trap line. It feels like they want you to take Florida State, but nobody knows what Florida State is this year. But it's at Florida State, Brennan. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, this one's tricky, and it had been like 14.5. It's now come down to 14. I guess you said you don't know, so you're making me pick it first.
I'm making you pick first.
At Florida State.
Yeah.
Gosh dang it. I don't want to. It just feels like if you pick Alabama, Florida State's going to be up 7-3 after the first quarter, and you're going to be like, this is a tough road to hoe. Who's Florida State's quarterback? What's the deal with them?
I genuinely
State quarterback.
don't know.
Oh, it's Castellanos, the guy from Boston College.
Give me
Yeah,
Alabama.
he stinks. Give me Alabama too. Yeah, that's enough for me. I don't think he's as good as people think he is.
He can't throw the football, which
and Alabama's defense is going to be on to his whole game.
Yeah.
So yeah, Alabama for me. I think they should win big, and they're going to be a good team still.
Okay, we're going to pick this one. Marshall at Georgia. Georgia is a 38.5 point favorite against Marshall. What? Here's a little trivia question for you. Who has a bigger spread? Oklahoma against an FCS school in Illinois State, or Georgia against Marshall?
It's probably Georgia.
Georgia is a 38.5. Oklahoma 35.5. I'm going to take the Bulldogs, and I have a reason for that. After I'll give you the reason.
I'm taking Georgia too because they're very good.
So since 2013, I saw a stat: FBS versus FBS teams. When an FBS team is a 35-point favorite against another FBS team, that team covers almost every time. They're like 17-2 since 2013.
Oh, okay.
So Penn State
even better about my pick.
Penn State and Georgia both fit that. Next up, A&M, a 23.5 point favorite against UTSA, the Roadrunners of San Antonio. I think that UTSA is actually pretty good this year. I think they're one of the better teams in the American. I think they find a way to get maybe a little backdoor cover. Give me UTSA plus 23.5.
I will take A&M. I'm just, when these big spreads are in play, it doesn't take much. Like last night, Mizzou, I know it was an FCS, but you're thinking, wow, 36.5, 38.5, that's a bunch.
It's quick.
They win by 55.
Yeah,
I'm just quick. I'll go A&M. I'll go A&M.
Okay. Ole Miss, 34.5 point favorite against Georgia State. I will take the Rebels to run it up a little bit with some new players, some new faces.
I'll do the same. Ole Miss, I mean, Lane Kiffin's always going to be just to run up the score. He doesn't care. So because of the coach factor, I think that's the right pick.
Okay, second biggest game of the weekend, 6:30 in. It's the battle for who's the real Tiger and who's the real Death Valley. LSU goes into Clemson. Clemson is a -4 point favorite. I want to start with you on this one, Brendan.
I'm pretty much thinking this is the type of game I would find a river for. I really like LSU to win the game outright as a 4-point underdog. I know they're on the road. I think Cade Klubnik is fine. I think Nussmeier is the better quarterback.
Yes.
I think I would take Brian Kelly over Dabo at this point. And as much as it pains me to say it, I think the LSU defense, another year in the Blake Baker scheme, they're going to be better. They've got dudes. They just need to put it together. And, we saw Blake Baker was a good coach at Mizzou. I think he's going to have that defense humming this year.
Here's my take. Brian Kelly stinks in week 1. He's lost 3 in a row. Give me Clemson -4. I think
I'm so glad that we're on the other side of this game.
I think LSU will end up being the better team, but I think Clemson's overrated right now, but LSU finds weird, stupid ways to lose in week 1. Yeah, they could lose and still cover. I'll take Clemson -4.
Okay, I like that.
Okay, here's the big one.
But I like that you did.
The big one, 11 a.m., Texas at the defending champions, Ohio State. Now, I have seen places where this is +3. I've seen it now as a pick'em.
Let me find it.
I saw +3 Texas for the longest time. I'm seeing it as a pick'em.
I see more at -1 and 1.5. So I think we give at least a point to Ohio State.
A point to Ohio State now? It's flipped that far?
No, excuse me. A point to Texas. Ohio State is favored at 4 of the 5 sports books I'm looking at by between 1 and 1.5. So if you want to make it -1, we can do that.
Let's go +1.5 Texas to make it so we don't have a push.
That's fine. Yeah, and do that on some other ones for the record. I know if it's possible. That's
Yes,
fine.
I will go through and
what do you got? So Texas getting 1.5 that might even be a little bit more favorable than what it ends up as.
Texas.
What do you got here?
Texas goes in to Ohio State. I think new quarterback. They have a little bit to learn. I think Arch is the best quarterback in the country. I think this will be like Texas with Michigan last year. I think Texas comes out. I don't think they beat them as bad as they did Michigan, but same thing, a defending national champion. I think they shock. I think they come out and they shock Ohio State in the first quarter. Like they're up 14-0. And then, yes, Ohio State, I think, hangs in, makes it a good game, but Texas just hangs on.
Okay. I think that these teams are maybe the two best teams in the country. I'm simply going with the home field advantage.
Okay.
So Ohio State minus, even though the spread is closer to pick 'em at places, -1.5. Give me the Buckeyes.
I like that. Okay. We have about 5 minutes, and in those 5 minutes, let's give our best 5 bets. Now, these do not have to be spreads. These can be over-unders, and we can do it for the game next Thursday, Eagles-Cowboys. So any football you want, Brendan Schaefer, I will give you the first pick.
Oh, of course.
No one picking, no teams pick twice, by the way. So if you pick a game, I can only pick the other side or the over-under. I can't take, like if you take Texas, I can't take Texas.
I got it. All right. I'm going to take Notre Dame -2.5. I thought Miami was fraudulent last year. This game happens on Sunday. And I think Notre Dame is returning a lot of talent. I think they're going to beat Miami on the road pretty soundly.
Okay. I'm going to go as my favorite picks. I will take Baylor +2. No. Yeah, I'll take Baylor +2 against Auburn. I was going to go money line. I'll go just +2.
Okay, so you are doubling.
I'm doubling down
on the Baylor pick.
Give me the Bears.
Give me, all right, my second pick. This is a player prop.
Ooh.
Give me Georgia Tech quarterback Haynes King over 40.5 rushing yards tonight against Colorado. It's in Boulder.
Yeah.
Colorado's run defense was not great last year. I know they have a lot of different pieces and parts, but I think Haynes King with the experience and that option offense that they can run with Georgia Tech, I feel as though he's going to clear 40.5 rush yards.
Now, Brendan, I'm going
to that is from a sports book. I'm not making that up.
No, I believe you. You're a trustworthy person. I'm going to go same game. Give me Georgia Tech -4. I don't think Colorado's very good. I love the Yellow Jackets this year. I could see them going and surprise some people in Buffalo or in Colorado. Pardon me.
So this is good. This is good. I'm going to go from the same game with another player.
Oh, my gosh.
But I'm going on the other side. Omarion Miller over 49.5 receiving yards. Omarion Miller had 2 games last year, broke his leg, but was just unbelievable in the little bit that we saw from him as a sophomore. As a freshman, he didn't really play much, but had one game, I think, against USC where he went like 7 for 145. Dude's healthy. I think he is a superstar. One of the few players I really feel great about with Colorado. I think if he plays tonight a decent amount, there's no reason he doesn't get 50 receiving yards.
I'm going to go, Brendan. I'm going to double down on another pick. Give me Texas money line. Texas to win the game outright at Ohio State.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you +1.5 again because there's no unless you're keeping track of the literal odds.
No, we'll just go that each one you win a unit for, unless you go a big underdog.
Right. So just because of that, I would say we'll just it's close enough to being a straight pick anyway on a spread.
I appreciate that.
For the simplicity's sake of the units, we're going to call that. We'll give you the +1.5. So you doubled down on a couple of your picks.
Yeah.
And I disagreed with the Baylor one. We were on the same
we were in lockstep there.
Okay, I'll double down on my LSU pick +4.
Ooh, okay.
I think LSU wins it outright, so I'll take LSU on that one. A double down.
I'm not gonna go there just because I'm a little wary of my Clemson pick. Now I'm going to go to Sunday, the other game on Sunday, and again I'm going to bet against a SEC team in a neutral site Beamer Bowl. I'm gonna go Virginia Tech covers 7.5 points in the Beamer Bowl on Sunday.
Wow. It's so interesting you bring up that game because for my fifth and final pick, I'm taking the other side of that one. I think South Carolina rolls them with Lenora Sellers.
Oh, wow.
So we've got plenty of things that we have differed on. Here's your last pick.
My last pick is one more double down. I love Southern Miss plus 13. I would even, if I could, I would take their money line for the risk. I think they're going to.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'll give you the option. How many units would we say it would net you if you would prefer to take your, because this is just upside, right?
Is there
no additional downside here?
Is there a
find the money line odds on this for you?
Yeah, find the money line odds.
This could potentially help you gain, some favor here. Plus, it's around plus 350.
So we'll
kind of the composite.
So
I'll give you three units if you want to take it. If you want to take money line, but that means you don't get the additional spread. You still got the spread once. Choice.
Leave the points at the door, Brendan. Give me Southern Miss to win the game at home.
USM money line for 3 units.
And I'm risking one then, right?
Risking one.
Okay.
I'm give you plus 300. I didn't want to give you plus 400. So
that's fair.
Plus, and you decided, hey, let's put my money where my mouth is. So
there
you go. Those are our picks, and we'll let you know next week how we did, and this will be a regular staple on Fridays.
Can I give you just very quickly here? We got about 40 seconds. Cowboys, Eagles, Cowboys plus 7, Eagles minus 7. What's your pick?
Eagles by 1 million after the Parsons trade.
I thought the Cowboys could win that game. Not anymore. Eagles, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a messed up building probably today after what happened yesterday.
Yeah, I agree with you. Craziness. I can't believe it. But yeah, Brendan, it was fun talking Mizzou. We're going to do this every Friday, talk about the Mizzou game, then go out and talk about college football and the SEC. This was MIZ-STL on the Lou Information Station. Stay tuned next for Charlie Tune and the Posse, and we'll be back on Wednesday because of Labor Day with some more Mizzou coverage as they get ready for that team out west. We're done for now.
From Clayton to Collinsville, if people in the St. Louis area are talking about it,
I've heard